Does it still seem kind of fresh for you?
It does. I don't know that it's ever going to go away.
Deputy Bill Dunn was on patrol duty back on Father's Day in June when a call came out about a missing child.
Can you give me the address and vehicle description one more time?
Which then turned into a missing vehicle with a child possibly inside.
It all kind of snowballed from just a missing child and possibly in a car. And I was about to put out a bolo for a stolen vehicle, maybe a child inside. I had no idea that the child was within 150 feet of me.
You go from serve and protect to life-saving, pretty much just like that.
Right, because I didn't know if she was alive at that point. As I said, I felt for a pulse, and I couldn't feel a pulse.
That's when this now iconic scene happened. Deputy Dunn running with a lifeless-looking child in his arms, the mother and sibling trying to keep pace. His primary thought, get her someplace cool, like the front seat of his patrol car, and blast her with AC.
And that's when I actually saw some signs of life.
And during the frantic few moments that it took to drive from an apartment to the emergency room, ever so faintly, you can hear Deputy Dunn trying to calmly revive this child.
You okay?
Trying to keep her engaged and breathing.
It's okay, baby. Talk to me.
Trying to keep her going.
You okay? You okay?
Until they reach the hospital.
Are you even aware that you're doing that?
Not really. When I went back, I kind of realized it, because she had that flutter of the eyes, and we're always taught to keep people awake if you can. So if she's fluttering her eyes, I want to keep her awake, alert, and as a dad, I wanted to be as calming as humanly possible.
On average, 36 children die every year in hot cars. That's 1 every 10 days, and every one of those is preventable. There are 2 primary causes. The first is neglect. The other, call it a lack of focus. People being thrown off their routines, running late, or an unexpected stop.
I still remember when I was running with her, it kind of, when one of my youngest, my oldest now, when she was younger, she had her teeth taken out, and I was holding her when they put her under, and her body kind of went limp, and as I was running with her, it just kind of that brought back memories of that, and it was one of the things that, it was Father's Day, and here I am, holding this poor girl, and some poor father might not have her again. It was incredible.
This is how it ended for Deputy Dunn, slumped over on the hood of his squad car at the hospital. But 3 days later, he'd be reunited with the child he saved. He needed a fresh memory to blot out all the bad.
It's hard to tell a good parent, hey, don't forget your kid in the back of the car. How do you tell a parent that? They're like, I would never forget my kid in the back of the car. But sometimes it happens. Just realize that you could be the one.
Bill Dunn is very humble about the whole experience, saying any deputy in the same situation could have done what he did. Deputy Dunn has since been promoted to sergeant for what he did, and he's still back out there on patrol. Back to you, Stuart and Summer.
Oh, so touching just to see him running with that baby. Oh my gosh, you can never thank him enough for that.
Knowing that he's out there for helping people out.
Yeah.
Good story.
Awesome.
Tony,
Absolutely.
this time of year, people